Morning, Nicole from Johnny Boy's kitchen. I'm just going to show you how to make pancakes. We're going to do a little Easter twist on them, so it's a bit of a tester for me, but we'll see if we can make it. Let me show you the ingredients we require first. Okay, here's the table, all set up. Obviously Easter, so we've got our Easter decoration. A little cutter, that's going to be for bunny ears. Blueberries and banana. You can have any fruit with any pancake, but this is special for today. We have some oil, which you need to cook with. 500 ml of water, 1 egg. Beautiful display of herbs, by the way, just to make a bowl ready. Whisk, palette knife, and a range of products there. We've got strawberry jam, maple syrup, which is very traditional with American ones. The crepes from France are always with sugar and lemon, and even more traditionally lemon only, no sugar. So we've got caster sugar, we've got a special cinnamon and caster sugar mixture there that Maria just adores, and honey. Honey for me because I'm like Pooh the bear. And a very good non-stick pan, even though it may stick occasionally because pancakes sometimes stick. You don't worry about that. Sticks, cook it out, eat the bits until you get a good finish. This plate is there ready to receive the pancake. You'll see me sugar it, put the pancake on, and French pancakes, crepes, unlike American ones, are folded into quarters. Okay, but today I'm going to keep them flat because I need a body for a bunny, a head for a bunny, and I'm going to attempt to make some little paws and ears inside this. If not, I'll have to use my knife skills to cut it. I will send the recipe for a pancake or a crepe mixture, but unfortunately, one of the things that happened in lockdown in the UK is we can't get any flour. I've run out of flour, but I've spotted on the shelves one of the most branded pancake mixes by a company called Greens, which I can trust in the packet and with instructions. And basically, we need to get the scissors, take the top off very carefully. Whenever you're making a dry and a liquid, you always put the dry in first because you can control the liquid and you can see what you've got rather than having it too wet and being able to do nothing about it. This one also has an egg in it, so I'm going to drop the egg in first with a flourish. I'm going to put half the water. This is 500 ml of cold water. And I'm going to give it a whisk up. The consistency we're looking for is it will just about coat your finger. It doesn't need to be too thick. You can see the egg is going in. And you want to get as many lumps out of it as possible. It needs to be really smooth. That's why I'm using a whisk. And see, a whisk is a whisk. It's not a spoon. You need this action to also knock some air into it as well. So we see now we've got it's very much a coating mixture. It's probably a little bit too much. It needs to be thinner than that. So more water. Again, with dry ingredients and flour and all, they will absorb differently depending on their age, depending on temperature sometimes. So I'd rather control what we've got going here. Now to me that, although we've got a little bit of water left, I don't think we need it because what we need is that very thin coating look, and that's perfect. Okay, we're back again now. You'll see I've tidied up, I've got rid of everything. This is called mise en place, and that's a French word for everything in place. You get everything you need to hand, so then it just goes like an orchestra. It goes smoothly and everything happens. Product, oil into there, plate ready. So here we go. Gas on. Okay, the important thing about this is, which is a little bit scary, is the oil has to be smoking hot. So you need to use an oil with quite a good flash point in it, something that doesn't burn. So for the first one, it is quite a small amount, but I'm going to put quite a large amount in, as you can see. I just want to run it round the pan because that starts to put a little coating on the edges and the bottom to enable it to help for it to not stick. This is a very good quality virgin olive oil I'm using, and you see me feeling the heat now. It's just one of the things chefs do. I don't want to put a finger in it because it's going to get too hot, but we've been known to do silly things like that as well. When it's hot enough, I'm going to tip most of the excess oil, because you can still see it running there, until there's just a coating. Then I'll pour into the centre and let it run around the edges, and we should have a circular pancake ready to cook. Feel the heat off it now. You should be able to see the smoke as well. If it's too cool, it will definitely stick. And even if you've got it right, sometimes pancakes stick. Pancake pans do. You don't worry about it. You just carry on. But you see how much oil I'm pouring off there now. There's the tiniest little bit. Now some chefs will maybe just rub it over with a, just rub some oil on with a pastry brush, which I have at hand if I needed to. Now here we go. This is the scary bit. Or the not so scary bit. Okay, this is about the amount you pour in. You see it's quite thick and running around the edges, so you run it around the edges, circular, to fill those little gaps around the edge. You can see it going round. Don't worry about it being a little bit uneven. Now, you've got to be brave and give it a little bit of time to set and start to hopefully not stick. Your oil here, so you dip that in there and you just loosen the edges and get a feel, and you give it a little bang sometimes to see whether you've got a, because what you want is the pancake to be loose enough, and that is now. Look, you see that? You see it's moving? Okay, you need it so it does that. When you break that, give it a little bit more time, because you want that nice golden colour, that lovely colour. Very often you'll get two different colours, one on one side and one on the other. Something to do with temperature control, I'm sure. You'll see there this is not so runny, it's not so wet, but it's still got a wet side. So we now have a dry side. If you wanted to have a look what was going on, there's your classic pancake with the bubbles in and a little bit of colour. You're nearly there. This is where we get posh. This is where it could be scary. There you go. If it tosses and breaks a little bit, just push it over. Like that, look. Whoa, see, if it breaks, you just get back in quickly and fix it. Okay? But you can, I've broke the edge off that, look, see? See, practice one, slightly. You can actually get a palette knife underneath and flip it over your palette knife if you don't want to be flash with you. Okay, we've got the pancake in now, it's colouring nicely. That's probably a little bit paler than you want. You don't want it too heavily coloured, but you want it to have that attractive coloration. In the perfect world of cooking, that little breakage there is not what I'm looking for. But I can smell it now. You can smell almost that golden brown cooking smell. I'm going to try and flip this, but it'll probably break into two halves. There you go. But don't worry, we'll fix that. Now you see, you can hear it's a little bit crispy. It's got that lovely pancake colour. Just give it a little bit more now to colour it. While you're doing that, you prepare your plate. Maria loves cinnamon, so we have to have cinnamon sugar on ours all the time. Look, but you just put that on your plate. And you slide it off onto there. Okay, just to finish the crepes off, a little bit more cinnamon sugar. You'll see I've cut some lemons here. I've also cut and trimmed off the edges so you don't want any pips or the pith. Give a good squeeze of lemon juice in there. Dab it on as well. And then you fold to a half moon shape. A little bit more sugar. Never have too much of that. And then you fold like that. And that is a classic French pancake or crepe. Not your American style one, your French one. And you would serve it with another lemon on top. And of course, or sugar. This is where you add your own. We can either have honey extra, log cabin syrup is gorgeous, or even strawberry jam.